Welcome back, anime enthusiasts. Today we will follow Erijin Tomishibai and his old pal Matakara Asamine as their reunion takes a surprising twist. The duo finds themselves in a brawl with the town's toughest guys. As if that isn't wild enough, a colossal genie unexpectedly drops into the chaos. Brace yourselves for the unexpected in this action-packed journey of Erijin, Senya, and Matakara in the world of Bakajiri. The story begins as Tomishibai Erijin rehearses how to introduce himself in front of a mirror. He's hopeful about finding a partner, but his hopes are dashed when he discovers his high school class is dominated by guys. However, he soon befriends Mahoro, the only girl in the class. After school, Erijin is supposed to meet Mahoro, but gets held back by Zabu and Kamau, who decide to pick on him. While trying to escape, he runs into a tall figure, his old friend Matakara Asamine. They used to train together to become honky people. A honky person is one who finds a heart that does not flee. In the age of the samurai, there were those known as the honky people who threw away the sword, put down the helmet, and adorned in nothing other than honky, devoting themselves fully to reaching the top. A flashback reveals a past incident where Erijin watched Matakara being bullied from a hiding place. Despite this, Matakara sees Erijin as a brave and powerful individual, although one who hates fighting. Zabu, casting doubt on Erijin's strength, arranges for a group of guys to harass him. Feeling cornered, Erijin seeks refuge in a shrine, stumbling upon a toy gun. Desperation sets in as he fires it to scare off his tormentors, but a cruel twist of fate follows the bullet ricochets, knocking Erijin unconscious. As he regains consciousness, a mysterious silver-colored object is discovered lodged in his head. Perplexed and in pain, Erijin attempts to extract it when suddenly Senya, a Majin or honky person, materializes. Senya, offering to fulfill any of Erijin's desires, adds an air of uncertainty to the situation. Later, Erijin takes Mahoro on a date, only to have the tranquil moment disrupted by her aggressive brother, Marito Jin. A tense confrontation unfolds, pushing Erijin to reveal his unwavering determination to protect both his life and Mahoro. In a surprising turn of events, Senya merges with him, culminating in a powerful punch that sends Marito Jin flying. Matakara watches Erijin defeat Marito and thinks Erijin just looks like a honky person. Erijin, unaware of the situation, faces the fury of Bargain Basement Genie for wishing to develop the plot. Erijin, honest about his wish, argues with Senya, who emphasizes wishing for strength. Marito intervenes, sending Erijin into a lake. Matakara, rushing to Erijin, bumps into Jabashiri, who perceives Matakara as his enemy. Sirens disperse the crowd, and Marito contemplates Erijin's powerful punch imprint on his stomach. Marito, seemingly angry, plans to recruit Erijin into the Saguma gang. Erijin wakes from a nightmare, praised by Makara for the punch. Confused, Erijin seeks Mahoro, assuming she went home. Matakara suggests Mahoro went home, and Erijin regrets beating her brother. Spotting a Suma member spying, Broccoli Head chases him. Matakara shows Erijin the best friend stone, doubting Erijin still has his. Erijin, leaving hints at avoiding Matakara due to strength. Senya appears, urging Erijin not to be sad about losing. Erijin corrects him, stating he won against Marito, but Senya disagrees. Erijin is dragged by the genie to see a fight, arriving late. Later, Erijin thinks about the surge of power during the fight, wondering about Senya. Senya claims to be a true honky person or the closest. Erijin, unimpressed, mentions honky people as legends. Senya emphasizes merging for strength, but Erijin rejects the idea. Jabashiri informs Marito about Tat following Matakara. Marito considers recruiting Erijin, leading Jabashiri to anger. At school, Erijin's popularity soars after the punch. Senya praises Erijin's popularity, but Erijin cares more about plot development. Senya wants to fight for Erijin, but Erijin rebukes him, startling the crowd. Marito plans to ask Erijin to join Minato Kai, surprising his boys. Matakara reveals Ken's interest in meeting Erijin, while Zabu questions Matakara's belief in the old fairy tale of honky people. At school, Marito plans to recruit Erigin to Saguma and rides up on his llama. In class, Erigin yells at Senya, apologizing to everyone. Erigin corrects Senya about Marito's intentions, but Senya points out Erigin's instinct to run from Marito. Elsewhere, Mahororo talks to a bear version of Marito. Erigin arrives, apologizing for the previous day. He expresses a desire to face Marito again for respect, but Mahoro warns against hurting her brother. Mahoro blames Erigin when her brother punches her in a dream. Depressed, Erigin pieces together the shattered Love Forever stone. Senya tries to cheer him up, but Erigin remains hopeless. The next day, Madakara invites Erigin to join Minato Kai, impressed by his punch. Jabashiri interrupts, causing a stir. Madakara confronts Jabashiri, who reveals a desire to slaughter Marito. They step outside to fight, leaving Erigin relieved. Senya tries to drag Erigin to watch, questioning his loyalty. Ara's stomach gurgles, and he rushes off to take care of business. The fight begins, with Madakara amazed by Jabashiri's flexibility. Jabashiri dodges Madakara's kicks, creating anticipation in the crowd. Madakara manages to land a kick, but Jabashiri retaliates, knocking Madakara down. As Jabashiri prepares a headbutt, Madakara counters with one of his own. The powerful clash leaves Jabashiri unconscious, earning cheers from the crowd. Senya, frustrated for missing the fight, wonders what's wrong with Madakara. Madakara is unconscious, and when he wakes up, he praises Jabashiri's tough head. Erigin compliments Jabashiri, but Madakara points out Erigin's punch on Marito was more impressive. Madakara asks Erigin once again to join Minato Kai, expressing their potential to become honky people together. Erigin remains silent, surprising Senya with the revelation that they were training for that purpose. Erigin decides to part ways with that lifestyle, but Madakara makes a final effort, revealing Ken's challenge against Marito for the top spot. Intrigued by the prospect of fighting Ken, Erigin agrees to meet him. Erigin learns that Ken is 21 years old, finding him to be like an old man with intense strength. Erigin expresses his wish to go one round with Ken, and Senya is glad Erigin has discovered his true wish. During the fight, Erigin wishes to develop plot, causing immense power to surge through him. Erigin lands a powerful punch on Ken, stunning everyone. Madakara realizes that Erigin is the one, but Senya is upset that Erigin prioritizes plot development. Erigin insists it's essential, while Senya emphasizes getting stronger. In the aftermath, Erigin feels the repercussions but wants another round. The Minato Kai members blame Madakara for the trouble caused. Ken, seemingly enraged, is revealed to be laughing and expresses happiness. At school, Erigin is still recovering when Marito arrives. Marito catches Erigin, asking him to join Saguma. Erigin initially declines, citing potential burden, but Maharo's silent signal changes his mind. As Erigin agrees, Madakara arrives, shocked to see Erigin talking to Marito. Marito informs Erigin that he has already chosen to join Saguma, disappointing Marara, who wanted them to become honky people together. Marito reiterates his association with Sima and suggests that Marara must take Erigin by force if he wants him in his group. In another part of town, the white-clad dudes are terrified as they lack the money to meet their quota. The emperor among them plans to make Marito and the head of Minato Kai settle their dispute. Tatsudo enthusiastically explains that Minato Kai and Nikki Union once had a famous battle for the top spot, ending with Marito's intervention, transforming Nikki Union into Saguma Squad. Senya is on board with Saguma's plans, but Erigin is disinterested, having joined for the wrong reasons. Marito arrives to take Erigin to his welcoming party. Erigin wonders where they're going, only to be confronted by Jabashiri's ugly face. Marito reveals they are heading to Erigin's welcoming party, promising debauchery. Erigin, thinking about the kind of debauchery, reveals he can only share his heart with one girl. As they walk, they encounter the NG boys, led by Shindo, exiled from Minato Kai. The NG boys, desperate to meet their quota, pull out weapons. Erigin recognizes them as the ones who robbed him, realizing the seriousness of the situation with deadly blades involved. The NG boys fear their emperor's consequences if they don't comply. Marito swiftly takes out the NG boys, sending a message to Shindo not to get carried away. Senya is amazed by Marito's strength. Elsewhere, Maharu calls her brother but realizes it was just a voicemail. Madakara tries to talk to her about Erigin, but she ignores him. Marito grabs her, prompting Maharu to scream and run off, calling him a gross blackhead. At Erigin's welcome party, Marito praises Erigin's powerful punch, but Erigin wonders where the girls are. Marito announces a tradition game called Look That Away, resembling violent rock, paper, scissors. The goal is to not lose at rock, paper, scissors, and the participants keep punching each other. Marito wants Erigin to show off his punch in the final round. Erigin asks Senya to merge, but he refuses. Jabashiri is eager to take out Erigin, but Auda from the Special Attack Unit wants to go first. Erigin worries about his life and regrets joining Suguma. Senya finally agrees to help. Tatsudo arrives as the referee, and Erigin realizes he must win at rock, paper, scissors to avoid Aote's deadly punch. The first match is a tie, but Erigin loses the second. Terrified, Erigin counts on Senya for the third match. Aote's punch is directed at Erigin's face, and Senya takes the hit. Aote's hand is injured, showcasing Erigin's exceptionally strong skull. It's the first time someone other than Marito has taken Aote's punch, demonstrating the force that can even smash concrete. Erigin is declared the winner, leaving everyone in awe of his seemingly indestructible skull. Senya celebrates Biggie style, while Aote, with a messed up fist, heads to the restroom. Jabashiri eagerly awaits his turn, thinking Erigin's skull can't take more punishment. However, Erigin wins the match, but throws a weak punch, looking distracted by some girls. Tatsudo is stunned, pointing out that Erigin used a legendary technique, one of the 7 deadly blows passed down by an ancient Chinese fighter. Marito arrives to face Erigin, and as they prepare for the match, Erigin's stomach acts up. Allowed to handle it, he finds an unconscious Auda in the bathroom. Marito is furious, demanding the culprit reveal themselves. A Minato Kai sleeve is found, leading to assumptions of retaliation. Jabashiri believes it's someone from Minato Kai, but Marito doubts a nobody could inflict such damage on Aote. Tatu explains the history between Aote and Marito, war buddies known as the God Kings since middle school. They always fought side by side, and the only person who can defeat Aote is Daomon. Marito faces a dilemma: avenge his comrade or trust that Daomon wouldn't resort to such tactics. Senya admires their close friendship, but Erigin isn't interested. Later, Erigin finds Mahoro at his house restaurant, where his mom eavesdrops. Mahoro thanks him for joining Suguma for her, expressing gratitude. Erigin contemplates quitting after his head gets smacked, but Mahoro smacks him, insisting that things haven't even started yet. She believes her brother will ask Erigin to take over Suguma and urges him to defeat Marito for her. Erigin, affected by her words, decides to go for it, determined to become Mito's successor. That night, Erigin does intense shadowboxing, considering how to improve his merge rate with Senya. Senya has Erigin play the flute, emphasizing harmonizing. Erigin notices the symbol on his back becoming more defined and questions Senya's incentive for merging, but Senya attributes it to natural instinct. Elsewhere, Jabashiri confronts Minato Kai guys, seeking vengeance for Aote. Tatsudo manages to pull him away, but Jabashiri vows revenge. The NG boys arrive, planning something devious. During gym class, Erigin pairs up with Madakara. Erigin collapses under the weight of his bigger friend, and Madakara learns that Suguma took out 2 Minato Kai guys. Greenhead is furious, believing Suguma to be the culprits. A trio of Minato members find Suguma guys, starting a fight. The real culprits watch from a distance. Marito and the Suguma members find their boys beaten up by Minato. Marito discovers a picture indicating he's next. At the Minato Kai base, Madakara informs Daomon that 2 members were hospitalized. Marito arrives, demanding Daomon show himself to repay a debt. Daomon hears the challenge and appears to confront Marito. That's a wrap for this Bakajiri recap. If you enjoyed the action-packed adventure and want more updates, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the latest Buckajiri episodes. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next recap.